Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh alone, not in any false idols. Peace and abundance to you guys. I just wanted to come here real quick and say that most people are dumb idiots, and that's because we're in a movie. Okay, it is the Lord's movie, so obviously you don't want to be a puppet for Satan. You're either a puppet for God or a puppet for Satan. Okay? Most people are retarded. God created them to be retarded, and they're puppets for Satan. Okay? Lord willing, if you can understand the words coming out of my mouth, Lord willing, you're a puppet for God. Okay? And basically, we had the truth of the scriptures. The New Testament is fake. The Quran is fake. The so-called Old Testament is the truth of reality. Obviously, God left us this book. And the prophecies are coming true, and they will be fulfilled at the end of the day. So nobody on this planet Earth can say that they were not warned. Okay, the Lord God gave us a book, distributed it through the whole earth, let people read it for 2,000 years before the world ended. And niggas still rejected and denied it because they're fucking sleepwalking idiots. Okay? Because it's not in most people to, believe. God fled the earth, left only 8 people to survive. Most people are demons, okay? So don't let go of the faith just because you see a demon in your comments or whatever. Your family members, if they don't understand, it is what it is. Forget about them, It's about you and your relationship with God. Of course, love everyone, your people. Don't hate them. God created them to fulfill that role. So you should be thankful that God chose you, to be the righteous vessel. Because God could have easily made you a wicked vessel. Just how he made them wicked. So don't even hate on them. Obviously, you're going to be frustrated if they're doing stuff to you. But just, try to give them some grace. Because God created them to do that. And just see whatever, God is trying to teach you through them and through their actions, whether it's patience. It's a lot of things they can teach you, you know, even if you disagree with their, perspective, you can still learn from them. We're coming into dangerous times, World War III. Just read Genesis chapter 18. America is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, that's what you gotta understand. Anybody telling you otherwise clearly did not read the Bible, because anybody with a brain that read Isaiah chapter 13 and then saw what Trump was doing over there in Israel and Iran, because Iran and Israel is mentioned in Isaiah chapter 13. The whole situation is in Isaiah chapter 13, and it'll lead to Isaiah chapter 34, okay? And of course, after Isaiah 34, it'll lead to Isaiah 35, which is, peace. But of course, the race wars, riots, thermonuclear missiles have to come first, right? And of course, this is all true because nobody want to believe it until it happens. That's how you know this shit is real, because that's how it goes every time. Nobody believes until it actually happens, and then they're shit out of luck. Because most people are fucking programmed robots, okay? This is a movie. So, obviously, there wouldn't be a movie if everybody was just being smart, and logical. You gotta, like in scary movies, sometimes the main character just does something so retarded, but without that retarded mistake, the movie wouldn't have been entertaining, right? So it is what it is. Thank the Lord that he gave you the spirit to understand the truth. Yeah, because it could have easily been somebody else. You could have easily been a wicked 2/3. Now, 2/3 technically doesn't apply to all of Israel, by the way, because 2/3 actually applies to the people in the land. But, obviously, when we say 2/3, we just mean, the wicked Israelites. I don't think 2/3 of Israel is being saved, out of Babylon, which is modern day America. But yeah, 2/3 of Israel is definitely not being saved. Or no, 1/3 of Israel, I mean. Because clearly, they say there's like 40 million, which I don't believe that number. I think it's more black African Americans, more than 40 million. Because that number, it's been 40 million since I was 12 years old. You would think it would have been doubled by now. So yeah, they're lying about that population. But then you got the natives, Americans, Latinos, a few, I think like hundreds of millions, billions maybe. Yeah, I think it's a few billion Israelites on the planet. And 2/3 of y'all, I can't even find one elect Israelite, that believes in what I believe in, righteous remnant Israelite. It's really hard to find a righteous remnant, but it's somehow billions of y'all niggas. Okay, that's how I know we're in a movie and y'all are being mind controlled by God. Ain't no way billions of people are naturally this retarded. God is making them this stupid. Okay? So, my faith has been built up so high to the point it's like, oh no. I remember too, like, the spirit, like, you could feel the spirit of God when it's on you. But I don't know. I feel like that New Testament has a different spirit to it. Like, I don't like the spirit of the New Testament. The spirit of the New Testament, like, I was still kind of fearful when I believed in the New Testament. That's how I know that testament got to be fake, because the Lord doesn't give us the spirit of fear. But that's besides the point. Yeah. Honor your mother and your father. Don't hate your people. Deal with them kindly and gently, and lovingly. Cause it could have easily been you that was the wicked Israelite. It could have easily been someone else that was chosen and not you. And you just gotta love your people regardless, cause that's your mom and your daddy, your sister, your brother. Regardless what they believe, love your people, cause they're not gonna be here forever. Unfortunately, we will be here forever, because we'll be saved. The Lord willing, of course, but that's the whole point, right? To be saved, that's why we keeping these commandments, through the Spirit, though. The Lord put it on your spirit to even consider keeping the commandments, okay? That's what you gotta understand. Because you could have easily been a retarded 2/3 watching the clone YouTubers, not knowing anything at all that actually matters. You could have easily been an NPC. But the Lord chose you. So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh alone. Shalom, Brakatham, Mashpaka.